the Pontiac Silverdome and home to the 1991 Detroit Lions. And today, these two teams will be playing for the Division Championship in the Mark Bozeman Division. The 82 Miami Dolphins and the 1991 Detroit Lions. If Detroit wins, they win the division. If Miami wins, they win the division, and Detroit could be out. It will be out if Houston wins. This is our last week, so we need to take a look at all the different teams and possible seedings. St. Louis and Cincinnati are in. There it is, Miami and Detroit. If Detroit wins, then they have the series sweep as they beat Miami before 24-20. Chicago and Oakland, they played for the Division Championship. Chicago won, and that is it. You could say Chicago lost to Oakland, beat Oakland, but the division record, well, if Chicago wins, the conference record will get them. So if Chicago loses and Oakland wins, Chicago's conference record will be better. Denver and Minnesota, with San Francisco being out, they have clinched. New York and Oakland and San Francisco. San Francisco is out. Oakland and New York will be playing for the division title. Oakland against the New York Giants. They lost 26-10, but then they have the same division record, so if they win, they would have split, and they would have beaten New York in the division. Cleveland and New England are in, so our Red Sox fan getting his 76 Patriots in. The Bob Stokes division, Dallas and Minnesota, they are in. So Dallas and Minnesota. Minnesota is really fighting for seeding. And Green Bay and Pittsburgh are in. So there's only one possible division where somebody could be out, and that's Detroit. Now, taking a look at the number 1s and 2 seeds, Green Bay, with a win, would be number 1. With a win would be number 1. Now, St. Louis and Denver are both 14-2. So if St. Louis, Denver both win and Green Bay loses, there could be problems. There could be a lot of problems. Let's take a look at the games today. Oakland and Dallas, Green Bay and New England looking for seedings. There's the Giants and Oakland, San Francisco and Dallas, St. Louis and Houston, Washington and the Steelers. There it is down there. The game that we will have, Detroit, is down there. So San Diego will wrap up against San Francisco, New York and Cleveland. Green Bay and Miami, never count Miami out to mess up Green Bay's plans, especially in the Orange Bowl. Baltimore and Chicago, Washington and Phoenix. Dallas and Houston, that is the big game of the day. Cincinnati and Buffalo turned out not to be a big game. Minnesota and Dallas, 1 versus 2. Minnesota wants to get something going there. And Denver at Minnesota, we thought could be for the division championship, will not be. Detroit, they are, when you look at them, the Detroit Lions, they are, when you compare the teams, Shula against Wayne Fonts, they're not exactly the worst. I mean, you take a look here. It is, let's see. There's the Creators Cup. There it is. That's okay. Just taking a look here, seeing if I could get the analyzing games. You don't want to do that because, well, it really doesn't matter too much. But Miami of 1982 and Detroit in 1991. We're going to be ready to go here. This is going to be for the division title here in the Pontiac Silverdome, and we're ready to go. Pontiac Silverdome, and we're ready, and Uwe von Schaman will kick off, and we're underway. 70,000, 80,000 slammed in here, and Mel Gray up to the 40-yard line. So there are many people slammed in here. They've been waiting a long time in here. It'll be first down and 10. The winner will probably get the AC. Will get the AC. Rodney Pete, he goes to far. And Mike Marr gets 6. It'll be second down and 4. Barry Sanders, of course. Back to Brett Perriman. And Brett Perriman will get another yard. It'll be third down and 3. They've thrown on their first 2. And they're a running team. Third down. Barry to the outside. Did he get enough? He did not. And now they got a kick. So Arnold will kick. Miami prides themselves on the... Oh, what a terrible kick. Only a 20-yard punt. He shanked it. So Vigorito got it at the 34. Now here's Miami. Here's David Woodley. Woodley will get the snap. They go to Rose. Here comes Rose. And that's going to be Joe Rose, the tight end. He gets 5. It'll be second down and 5 for Miami. Woodley goes to Franklin, and Franklin a first down. Andre Franklin. It'll be first down and 10. Woodley to Tony Nathan out of Alabama. It'll be second down, Tony Nathan. He was on that 78 Alabama team. Second down, Woodley to throw. Woodley down the middle. He's down now, more down to the 40-yard line. David Woodley is now acting like Dan Marino, and it'll be a first down. First down, Woodley to Nathan. Nathan again, and a gain of about 3. There's a flag, and let's see what it is.
Flag on the play.
Holding. Offense.
Miami will go back. It'll be first down and 20. All these are divisional games in week 18. Woodley to Nathan, and down he goes. Second and 18. Second down and 18. Woodley. Woodley gets sacked. It'll be third down. Third and a mile. For Miami, Woodley. Woodley will throw. Intercepted. He fumbled the football now. And Miami's got it. A first down. They get a first down out of it. An interception by Terry Taylor. And then Terry Taylor fumbled the football, and Miami's going to get a first down. Well, it looked like it was going to be a great Detroit possession right here, and Miami gets a first down out of a 3rd and 26. What an unbelievable play. First down and 10. Woodley, Nathan, and out of bounds. He gains 2. Wow, that gave Miami new life. Second and 8 here in the division title game. There's going to be a flag. They jumped offside, and there's a flag.
Illegal procedure. Offense.
It'll be 3rd and 10. Another long third down, not as long as the other one. Woodley. And it is incomplete. He tried to hit Franklin. And now they're going to have to kick. Arise to kick, and there it is. Oh, out of bounds at the 2-yard line. 1st down and 10. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Rodney Pede, and he goes to Green, and it is caught. They get 3 and a little bit of breathing room. Barry Sanders only 1 run so far. 2nd down. They play with 4 receivers. Pete deep, and he couldn't hit Robert Clark. 3rd and 7. Rodney Pete again. He's got Clark in a 1st down. Oh no, he's short. It'll be 4th and 1. And Arnold again will punt, so the Lions haven't had, a nice punt there by Vigorino. Vigorino on the return down to the 41. So Detroit will get in a 1st down. 1st and 10. And Woodley gets nothing. Looked like a busted play. It'll be 2nd down and 12 for Miami. They're in Detroit territory. Woodley. And the throw, he's got Dario Harris. Dario Harris, the 1st down, a gain of 17. This has been an all-Miami 1st quarter. In the Silverdome, it is loud. Woodley to Franklin. Andre Franklin, and what a great run. And Franklin, it'll be 2nd down and 2. 2nd and 2. Woodley, Vigorino. Vigorino, a 1st down and down to the 10-yard line. 1st down and 10. They're going to spot it at the 11. They can still get a 1st down. Woodley, play action, quick throw. He got it to Dario Harris. And he gets 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. The clock is ticking. 2nd and 4. Woodley to Nathan. It'll be 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 for Miami. Woodley, the screen to Franklin, he scores! And it's a touchdown for Miami. And at the end of the quarter, that Houston game is going to be such a big game. And the extra point, Uli von Schaman. And it is up, it is over, and it is good. 7-0 Miami. Wow, here in the 1st, so much going on today. Here in the Creators Cup. They go to the 11-yard line. Here's Mel Gray. Gray to the 35, Gray up to the 44, and a 1st down for Detroit. So Detroit will have it a 1st down. Barry Sanders only 1 carry, and he moved. That's going to be a flag on Detroit.
Illegal procedure. Offense.
1st and 15. Heat to Barry Sanders. And it'll be 2nd down and 16. Detroit not getting anything. They go to Sanders again. And he'll make it up to the 41. H.A. Dewey with the stop. It'll be 3rd down and 13. Pete. And incomplete, and it'll be 4th down. 4th and 13. And Arnold to the 6-yard line. 1st and 10. Woodley, Andre Franklin. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2nd down and 8. 7-0 Miami. They go to Franklin. Franklin on a run, and Franklin to the 22. It's a first down. First down and 10. Woodley over to Tony Nathan, and Tony Nathan is up to the 25. Miami looking better and better as this goes on. Nathan again will bring up a 3rd down. Spielman has had a lot of tackles today. 3rd down and 5. Woodley in the shotgun. The blitz is on. They're going to throw against it. They hit Dario Harris and a first down. Dario Harris needed 5 and he got 24. First down. This will be the last play of the quarter. Franklin. And that'll end the first. At the end of the first quarter, the score, Miami 7, Detroit nothing. Miami is all over Detroit in that first quarter. So when you look at this, it looks like New York is going to beat Oakland. Well, New York is up big on Oakland, 14-0. Green Bay leading New England. New England does not want to have a losing record. That could put them into 8-9, and that could be not good. Pittsburgh trying to get some seeding, but losing St. Louis and Houston. St. Louis is on the road, but they are driving to make it 10-0. Trying to take a look at some of the other games. Green Bay losing to 84 Miami. Cleveland trying to go 13-4, believe it or not, with some stuff here. Houston and Dallas. If Houston wins and Detroit loses, Houston is in. Denver beating Minnesota at Denver. Dallas beating Minnesota there. Buffalo beating Cincinnati. Buffalo right now is just absolutely in there. Look at Chicago, 10 below 0. Look at this. New England, 10 below 0. At Schaefer Stadium, 3-0. Green Bay, of course, there. But look at Chicago. Chicago, again, trying to get their seating up here. Look at Jimmy Orr from Earl Morrill. So Earl Morrill, and cold as heck. There you see the games that matter so far. So St. Louis is winning, Denver is winning. We might have 16-1 and 2 15-2 teams going into the playoffs. So here we go, second quarter. Woodley 7-0. They give it to Nathan on a run, and it'll be 3rd down and 4. 3rd and 4 for Miami. They got a full house. Woodley, and he can't hit Rose, and now they're going to have to kick. Trying to hit Joe Rose, and Araz will kick. High and over, and Mel Gray with the fair catch on the 9-yard line. 7-0, Miami leading Detroit. Detroit nothing all day. Ronnie Pete to Barry, and he gets about a yard. 8 to 3, actually. He can explode. He can absolutely explode. It'll be 2nd down. Pete to Sanders. He bounces to the outside and gets a few more. It'll be 3rd down and 3. So Pete again, they throw and they get where it's going to be Willie Green and a first down. Detroit with the drive now. This will be first down in a while. They only had 20 yards in the first quarter. Pete right down the middle, and he can't hit Robert Clark. 2nd down and 10. Pete again, back to throw. And Pete deep, and he tried to hit Mike Farr, sorry. 3rd down and 10. Pete, he's going to throw and he can't hit Willie Green, and now they got a catch. I know you just can't keep handing off to Barry Sanders, but they've been stopping this passing offense. And here's Blackwood up to about the 43. 1st down and 10. Woodley to Franklin on the run, and Franklin across midfield. A gain of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Woodley to Nathan, and it'll be 3rd down and 2. He gets nothing. Jerry Ball with the stop. 3rd down and 2 for Miami. Woodley back to throw. They go to Franklin, and he can't get anywhere. He loses 3, and now they're going to kick. So Arose will kick. Araz, and he'll kick it to the sideline, to the 8-yard line. 7-0 Miami leads Detroit. Rodney Peete. And Peete incomplete. 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He'll step it in. He's got McCarriman. And there's a flag, and let's see what it is.
Interference.
Oh.
Defense.
And that'll give Detroit a 1st down. 1st down and 10. Peete over to Barry Sanders, and Barry gets a big chunk here. A gain of 8, it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 2. Sanders again. They're starting to get some yards here. And a 1st down. Detroit helped out by that penalty, though they did get a good 1st down play. It'll be 1st and 10. Peete to throw. It's going to be right down the middle and incomplete. And then Willie Green, 2nd down and 10. Rodney Peete, Barry Sanders to Big 3rd and 11, 7-0 Miami. They've been dominating the stats. Peete again, and he can't hit far. And it'll be 4th down, Fulton Walker with the stop. And here's Arnold. Well, Miami got up early. They've led the stats. They've got to midfield many times, but they've stalled many times. At midfield, it'll be 1st down. Woodley will roll out. Woodley will fire, and he can't hit Tony Nathan. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Woodley to Franklin, and it'll be up to about the 35. 3rd down and 5 for Miami. Woodley, they give to Andre Franklin, and a 1st down maybe. Here's a flag.
Flag on the play.
Incidental face mask.
And they're going to move it up to the 45-yard line of Detroit, and a 1st down. 1st down and 10. Woodley, they throw, and they can't hit Cephala really quickly. Let's go to the studio. New York up against Oakland in the Oakland Coliseum. Green Bay and New England in a crazy game there. That weather is terrible. St. Louis all over Houston. Washington leading the Steelers 14-3. Miami over Green Bay. And that might hurt Green Bay's chances of getting the number 1 seed. Cleveland beating New York. Let's take a look at other Houston and Dallas. So if Detroit loses, Cincinnati is tied up. Buffalo. Denver trying to win to claim a number 1 seed. We just don't know. And Dallas and Minnesota in that divisional battle. Remember, Minnesota 69 is the only team that gave Green Bay a loss. Second and 10. Woodley and another broken play. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Back to throw. Woodley can't hit Darrell Harris. And now they're going to have to punt again. Detroit cannot get any good field position as Miami keeps moving, and what a punt, but it goes in the end zone. First down and 10. And Pete to Barry Sanders. Sanders, what a move, and here's Barry up to about the 33. A gain of 13 and a first down. First and 10. Rodney Pete again. Pete to Fall. It'll be second and 7. Second down and 7 after this game. We'll have all the league leaders and in the playoff matchups. They go to Brent Perriman. It'll be third down and 7. Third and 7. Pete to Sanders. He fumbles, and Miami's got it. Miami has it. So just as Detroit was trying to drive, Miami will get the ball. It'll be first down. And Woodley will center it. He only gets a couple. It'll be second down and 8. Second and 8 for Miami. Full house. They go to Hardy. And it'll be third down. Third and 8. Woodley to Andre Franklin, and Franklin a first down. There's a flag on the play.
Too many men offense.
And it'll be too many men on the field. They got to do it again. Third and 13. Woodley, and down he goes. I'm wondering if, honestly, was the kick. And that'll be high and deep to the 8-yard line. Well, if you're Miami, I'm wondering if this is going to come back and bite you. You've really dominated play. Pete to Perriman. Second down and 4. Second and 4, they give to Barry Sanders up the middle on a first down. It'll be first down and 10. Pete to throw. And here's Barry. Barry a first down and more. First and 10. So 2.5 to go. They give to Jackson. Fumbles again. And Miami's got it. Cedric Jackson. So it'll be first down. Woodley to Franklin in the 40-yard line. Second down and 6. This will be the last one. A flag and a false start.
False start. Offense.
So here's Woodley. Woodley, and he's got that for 2 minutes. It's Miami 7, Detroit nothing. Ironically, a lot of offensive yards for Miami and only 7 points. They get to midfield and they stall. So when you take a look at the other games, here at the 2-minute warning, Green Bay leading New England, New York leading Oakland. New England's got to win that game. St. Louis all over Houston. No problem there. The Redskins against the Steelers. The Steelers got to look better going into the playoffs. Cleveland is up big. They might be able to get a high seed out of this. 96 Green Bay is down 10-6. Houston and Dallas will look at that game at the half. Buffalo beating Cincinnati. Buffalo's going to look good there. Dallas beating Minnesota. Denver beating Minnesota there. Minnesota's in, but you don't want to go in at 7-10. So 2 minutes. Here's Miami on the drive. Woodley will throw, and incomplete. Second down. 2nd and 10. Woodley, and he's got set below. They're going to hurry it up. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Woodley to Andre Franklin, and he doesn't get it. 4th and 1, Von Schaman. And Uwe, it is up, it is over, and it is good. Uwe Von Schaman, 28 yards. And now it's 10-0. Mel Gray up to about the 33. 1st down and 10. And penalty on the play.
Encroachment. Defense.
1st down for Detroit. Rodney Petey's got Fred Perriman. And Perriman down to the 42. All Detroit here in the 2nd, and a timeout. They got 2 remaining. Rodney Pete again, and he goes to Green. They're going to kick off to Miami. So 1 more timeout to go. For Detroit, they're driving. Eddie Murray is warming up. They draw it to Barry Sanders. It'll be 1st down and 10. They're going to get another shot. They're going to kick right now. Eddie Murray. And Eddie Murray has missed it to the left, and it's no good. It is no good. And Miami will take over. 1st down, Woodley. And incomplete. It'll be 2nd. Oh, a flag. I guess he saw he was going to go, and he held him. Woodley on the run. It'll be 3rd, 2nd, and 7. Timeout Miami, 15 seconds to go. Woodley will throw. The heat is on and incomplete. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 7, Woodley is just going to heave it up in the air. And it is caught. Touchdown from 54 yards. Oh my goodness. And the Hail Mary is good. There's Turiel Harris. Oh, wow. And now the extra point. Von Schaman. And it is up, over, and good. It's halftime, and it's not looking good for Detroit. So let's take a look right now. My goodness, Miami looking good, and the game, they're looking very good here. I honestly, when you look at this game, Miami, this is the score you kind of figure it should be. Looking at the other games, all nearing the half or close to the half. Taking a look at some of the games that mean something. New England for seeding, they're coming back against Green Bay. New York is all over Oakland. New York really finding everything there. St. Louis beating Houston. The big one, Miami beating Green Bay. That's a big one. Cleveland showing they belong. And Houston, let's go to these highlights. Houston and Dallas. Nothing here in Houston. Houston needs to win and Detroit lose. And the throw to Hill, and Hill scores here. So a 4th and goal, and Warren Moon goes for it, and a hit through Hill. 7-7. Then Warren Moon, intercepted by Everson Walls. Warren Moon to Curtis Duncan, 14-7. Danny White to Dorsett, who would throw a touchdown to Drew Pearson. And Warren Moon sneaks and just gets the blocking. Scores there. And Raphael set the end. Takes the field goal. 21-17. Houston right now is looking like they have an edge, like in the playoff race. So we begin the second half now. Eddie Murray will kick off, and we're underway. This is the first kickoff Miami is receiving. Fulton Walker. Walker, a couple moves. He's got 1 man, and Fulton Walker will return it for a touchdown to begin the third quarter, and Detroit is in trouble. It's 80 yards, and they are in trouble. Watch this. It was a short kick. And Fulton Walker, good night. Got through a few, and there he goes. So 80 yards by Walker, and now the extra point by Ben Shaman. And it is up. I think he missed it. He missed it. That's one last 2-point conversion that Detroit will need. Detroit is in absolute trouble here. Mel Gray and Mel. It'll be first down and 10, 23-0 Miami. Rodney Peete to Brett Perriman. Perriman on a run. Perriman, he's out of bounds in Miami territory. They got to assemble quickly. They're down by 3 scores. Rodney Peete to Green. It'll be second down and 3. You're early enough that they can hit a field goal and take away the 2-point conversion. Third down and 3. Maybe it's Sanders' time, but maybe not now.
False start. Offense.
Again, you'll see if it's 4-down territory by what they do here. There's Pete. He goes to Mike Barr. And he can't have it, and Arnold will catch. There's a flag, and here's Jim Arnold. He'll be out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
Illegal procedure. Offense.
They're going to make him kick again. He's out of bounds. There's another one. And Arnold. High into the near side.
Offside.
And they're going to accept the kick again. Because that was a touchback. Arnold. High, and the kick to the 2-yard line. So after all that, 3 punts, Miami is back. Woodley will hand it to Franklin, and that'll be a game at 2. Wow, they would love a score to make it 30-0. Tony Nathan on the run, and he's a couple yards short. But there's a flag, and let's see what it is.
Defense.
Oh, and that hurts. It's going to be on Detroit. It'll be a first down. Woodley. Back to throw. Woodley. And trying to hit Duriel. It'll be second down. 2nd and 10. And there's a flag.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's another flag.
False start. Offense.
Woodley, and Woodley goes in. That's going to be David Woodley. He got a ball that against 14. It'll be 3rd down and 2. 3rd and 2. Woodley to Franklin. It'll be 4th down and 1. 4th and 1, and now here's the kick. So they can't get the first down they needed. And Detroit barely is holding on. Malgray the fair catch. Well, what do you do? I mean, Detroit right now is barely holding on. Barely. First down. Rodney Peete. And Cannon Clark, it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Peete to Sanders. And he gets about a yard. 3rd and 9. Peete. And they'll throw it down the middle. He's got Perriman. And Perriman down to about the 27 to the 28. A first down for Detroit, and now the fans are a little bit, all right, we're here. Peete again to throw. And here's Robert Clark. And the gain is 7. It'll be 2nd down. Detroit down 23 to nothing, and Sanders gets nothing. 3rd and 5. Peete. And down the middle, and he's got Barry Sanders to the 9-yard line. A flag.
On the play.
Illegal procedure.
Oh.
Offense.
So they got to move back 5 and do it again. Rodney Peete. Peete again, and incomplete. It'll be 4th down. Now this might seem like a waste, but if they can hit the field goal by Eddie Murray, they'll take away 2-point conversions. It is up, and he missed it to the right. And Miami holds on to the shutout, 23 to nothing. It'll be first down, and Woodley right up the middle. 2nd and 8. They go to Franklin. Franklin on the run. And Franklin, it'll be 3rd down and 4. 3rd and 4 for David Woodley. Franklin, and not enough. And they're going to kick. Rose, and there it is. Araz high and to the far side. There he goes. Tom Araz quickly taking a look at the games. New York all over Oakland in that one. Green Bay has pulled ahead in New England. St. Louis at 14 and 2. A big one. Washington over the Steelers. Cleveland beating New York. Miami over Green Bay. Houston and Dallas, what a football game that is. What a game that is. And if Houston has fell behind, if Houston were to win that game and Detroit loses, that would be big. It was Tony Dorsett, a 2-yard run. Now they have 10. So it's 27-21. So it'll be a first down. Rodney Peete, Barry Sanders, and a couple. They got to get a good drive, but if they get a good drive, they got to score a touchdown. Peete, they got far, and they got it out. First down and 10 for Detroit. The clock is ticking. You can feel it when you're down 23. We're giving him the short passes. It'll be second down and 4. 5 minutes to go. Rodney Peete, they go to Clark and a first down. Detroit is getting up to midfield and all that, but now they're starting to stall and miss field goals. Peete to Green. And a flag, and these flags are killing them.
Offense.
They're killing them. The last one would have given them a first down, but on the last drive, they got a bury on the screen. Actually, a short pass, but they only get 5. They still need 15. Second down. Intercepted to Small. And the fans are nervously looking at that Houston score now. Woodley to Nathan. Wow, that was quick. Second and 11 for Miami. Full house. 2 tight ends. They get to Tony Nathan on a run. It'll be third down and 6. Third and 6. Woodley to Cephalo. It'll be 4th and 9, and now they're going to kick. They don't want to give Detroit any field position. And over to the 1-yard line. Right to the 1-yard line. It'll be a first down. Peete. And can't get it. Second down. Second and 10. Barry Sanders. And he gets a couple. Third down and 7 now. Back to throw. Rodney Peete. And he can't hit Green. And now they got a kick. Detroit having trouble. Arnold, and that wasn't the best kick in the world. And Vigorito, he only had a 39-yard punt. So first down and 10. And second and 10, the clock will tick. They're going to keep it for the rest of the game. Here's Franklin to the 38. There's a flag.
Illegal block.
So Miami gets pushed back 34 seconds. Woodley will take it himself and out of bounds. That might get it. That might get everything done. No, they're going to have one more play. Woodley, 3rd and 16. He hits Cephalo. It's a wide start. They're going to have a little bit to think about this. They think about punting, but they're going to think about it. It's the end of the quarter. It's Miami 23, Detroit nothing. Miami is not as dominant as they were in the beginning of the game, but now we'll take a look at the scores. New England is still down. New York beating Oakland. St. Louis is a 14-2 team winning. Miami is beating Green Bay, so that gives a little bit of a chance. Cleveland winning. Well, Houston kicked a field goal, 27-24. Buffalo, 20-14. And Minnesota now leads Denver, 28-24. So if Denver loses, then the other two will be 1 and 2. And when you're 1 and 2, you don't have to worry about playing a game on the road, because they won't. The first-seeded team, if they play a second-seeded team, will be in the championship, the Creators Cup. No, Cincinnati trying to go for seeding there. They want to be the best second-place team. Them and Pittsburgh are fighting it out. No, Pittsburgh is losing. And right now, it's just a lot going on. Minnesota's playing Dallas really well. We go to the fourth quarter here in a game where a Rose will kick, and a Rogers. There it is. He's been pushing him deep, and it's to the 6-yard line. First down and 10. Pete, and he'll throw, and he can't hit Robert Clark. There's a flag. Oh, wow. Second down and 10. They're going to decline that. It would only put him back a couple yards. There's Barry Sanders. He gets a first down. And Detroit's got to really think about hurrying it up. It's going to be a first down for Detroit. And a flag, another penalty.
False start. Offense.
First down and 15. There's Sanders on the run, and Sanders a first. Well, he gets 11 without the penalty. It'll be second down and 4. 23-0. A lot of Detroit fans here are not looking good. It's going to be third down and 2. They might limp into the playoffs. It depends what Houston does, and that's Sanders a first down. So it'll be first down and 10. Rodney Pete, and he'll go to Perriman, no good. Second and 10. Second down and 10. Rodney Pete to Farr, first down and more. Here comes Detroit up to the 48 and a first down. First down and 10. Pete, no, second down. Second and 10. Rodney Pete, he goes to Green, and Green on the run. Green to the 26 and a first down. Wow. All of a sudden they're coming to life. They got to score on this one. Rodney Pete, he's going to run. Pete scrambles and down he goes. He loses 7, but he goes out of bounds. It doesn't, only saves about 10 seconds though. Second down. Pete, he's got Barry Sanders, and Sanders down to the 13-yard line and a first down. First down and 10. Rodney Pete, and Clark a touchdown. So what do? Do they do 2? That was 12 plays, 94 yards. That was a heck of a thing. I would say go for 2. They're only going to go for 1. And it is up, it is over, and it is good. I'd say go for 2 so you know what you need with 10:10 to go. If you hit the 2, then 15 is doable. And Murray will kick off at 23-7. To about the 15-yard line, Fulton Walker. And Walker will be up to about the 37-yard line. First down and 10. Woodley to Tony Nathan. It'll be second and 10. Second down and 10. Miami trying to use time. Woodley to Rose. And that is Joe Rose. It'll be third and 4. Under 9 minutes to go in the game. Woodley again, and Woodley gets close, and it is a first down. 23-7, first down and 10. Woodley to Franklin. The 49. Clock is running. If you're Detroit, you're shaking your head saying you could have had it. Here's Nathan. The 45, it'll be third down and 2. Third and 2, Woodley to Nathan, and a first down. First down and 10. And while it is ticking, Woodley, the Dario has. It'll be 2nd and 3. Under 6.5. And that's Franklin as Andre Franklin. 3rd down and 2. Under 6 minutes. It's looking more and more as Andre and a 1st down. And it's looking like Miami's going to win the division here. A long drive. And that's going to be on Detroit really quickly. Dallas is beating Houston by 10. So it might be one of those Minnesota-Denver. I know there's other scores. But Houston might be going down. Look at Washington all over Pittsburgh. It's not their day in New England. 18. They have 18 points there. They're trying to win because of seeding. So,
Encroachment.
1st and 5. Woodley to Vigorito, and Vigorito down to the 19-yard line. There's 2nd and 2 out of bounds. But it was outside 5 minutes, so they're going to start the clock again. Woodley on the scramble and a 1st down. They're going to get points, and they're going to solidify this thing. While they move, they got to do it again.
Illegal procedure. Offense.
So it'll be 1st and 15. They might have to throw here. Here's Andre Franklin. If they get a field goal, it's now 3 scores. They get a touchdown, it's 3 scores. They reverse it to Duriel Harris, and Duriel Harris to the 11. They'll give it to him on the 12. It'll be 3rd down. Under 3 minutes. Woodley up the middle and a 1st and goal. Oh my goodness. What a long drive here. What an incredibly long drive. Timeout Detroit. 1st and goal for Woodley. Woodley to Tony Nathan. Nothing there. It'll be 2nd down and goal for Miami at timeout again. Woodley himself, he scores the touchdown and the game is over. Miami will host a playoff game in the Orange Bowl. The 1982 Miami Dolphins, 16 plays, 63 yards, half a quarter. They knew that they were going to make the playoffs after last week, and now they are going to host a game and be the 8th seed. As the division winners all host a game, and they get seeded 1 through 8, and the runners-up go 9 through 16. Here's Mel Gray. Mel Gray to about the 32. It'll be 1st down and 10. Pete. And no. 2nd down and 10. Back to throw is Rodney Peete. And no, not to Clark. There's a flag. Oh, they're going to move him back. Penalties have hurt Detroit by Miami on that one. And Rodney Peete goes down. 3rd and 26. And that'll be the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes. Miami is gonna host. Detroit's gotta watch. While Houston is driving with 2 minutes to go, you never know. The games you gotta see: New York over Oakland. They're gonna win the division there. Houston got killed by St. Louis. Pittsburgh now limping into the playoffs. Cleveland holding on. Look at Miami, 16-12. But Dallas and Houston is driving. Minnesota 35-31. Buffalo 29-14. Well, here we go. It's 3rd and 26. Back to throw, Ronnie Pete. Oh, this is deep. And no good. Arnold will come in to kick. At 30-7, they don't want anybody hurt. Figueredo. And they're just going to run the football here and end this game. Andre Franklin. And a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2. They go to Figueredo. And they won't get a 1st down. There's a flag.
Incidental defense.
And they should just be able to take a knee, and they will. And that is it. 30-7. It was a little bit closer. And Miami ended up winning the game. Woodley, pretty good there. 2 touchdowns. He threw an interception. Ronnie Petey had some yards, but it was late. It wasn't what they wanted. Punts, 17 of them. Penalties, 22 of them. Ugly game. But Miami wins. When you look at this, Detroit, Barry Sanders got his 5 yards, so he got 2,000. He might be going to the playoffs, but we'll see. So now we're going to take a look at all the other games and everything else. Oakland beats Dallas. It's all seeding here. So when you look at this at the very end, they tried to come back, couldn't get the onside. New England loses to Green Bay. That'll affect their seeding. Green Bay, a lot of yards. They loved it. And Len Dickey ends his season really good. Steve Grogan, well, limps into the playoffs there. Wow, New York blew out Oakland, and they doubled everything, and New York wins that division. They look like a team that could go all the way. San Francisco is out of it. 77 Cowboys are out of it. 77 Cowboys, though, got the best of them. St. Louis just butchered Houston. They get these big leads early. It took them a little bit in this game, and then they run you down the throat. They're looking at 15-2. You notice they led 27-6 at the half. The Steelers limp into the playoffs, getting killed 38-12. Washington will not make it. Pittsburgh will, but they limp in. They don't look good. I'm wondering, turnovers, yeah, 3 of them for the Steelers. Yeah, that wasn't good if you're them. The San Diego and San Francisco in the rain, a fun one to watch. But that's about it as both teams end their season. Cleveland going for seeding. New York came back. It was 9 degrees out. And the field goals, New York missed 1. But that's it there. New York ends their season. They're done. Cleveland moves on. Miami beats Green Bay. So Green Bay is 15-2. When it comes to, look at Miami. They passed and ran really well. Marino they will not make the playoffs. Green Bay, Brett Favre, they were all right. But look at that. That's incredible. A good game for Miami. When you look at how it was won, it was 16-12. Then a long pass, 16 yards from Favre, and it was good. Then Nat Moore got it from Marino, and then, they got all the way down. And they throw it all the way down, and Quinn Mickens, and that's the game. In terrible weather, 10 below zero, Chicago beats Baltimore in 1968. So Chicago 24-17 there. The battle of wannabes, Washington, how about this? Overtime, 47-45. How does that work? Well, look at Washington, they're rushing. 175 yards for Larry Brown. But how does that work? It was 24-0 Washington. And then 24-3. And then they came back and tied it. McNeil from Kilmer, and then Phoenix scored. Overtime number 1, 2 touchdowns. Overtime number 2, 2 touchdowns. Oh, they converted a 4th down and then a touchdown. Overtime number 3, they failed the conversion. Overtime number 4, Larry Brown from Billy Kilmer. Billy Kilmer. And this was Billy Kilmer. This was the winner. As Kilmer to Brown, he scores. And Phoenix got their chance. Oh my, an inch short. That's it. That is it in Washington. 47-45. This is the game that means everything. And Dallas in overtime beats Houston. Houston ended up tying the game. And that was, what a wild and crazy game, but that means Detroit makes the playoffs. In the highlights, let's take a look. 34-24. Then a 7-yard pass. Then they miss a 47-yard field goal. Then Zendejas ties it up. Houston loses the fumble. And then Danny White ends up running from 2 yards out on his. The fumble, it was 2nd and 4. Alonzo Highsmith. Oh. 40-34. And Buffalo ends his season on a 5-game winning streak. If they would have, they beat Cincinnati. If they would have done something to that effect a little bit earlier, they would have won a couple of those games and it would have been good. But they didn't in Miami and Detroit. Minnesota and Dallas, you got to worry about that Minnesota team. They're going to be a tough freaking team to beat. They're not going to be easy. And Denver and Minnesota. Oh, Minnesota wins at the very end. Look at that, 605 yards at home. Minnesota could be another crazy, crazy team. Now we got everything. So what we need to do is create the playoff bracket. First, we need to take a look at where everybody is. So we have the division winners. We have 99 St. Louis, and the runners-up, 2nd place. We have the 81 Cincinnati. Then we have 82 Miami and 91 Detroit. Look at Dallas and Houston down there. Houston went to last place in that division. We have Chicago, 85 Chicago with the win there. And the 74 Oakland Raiders, the loss. And 98 Denver, we knew that, but. And then 98 Minnesota. Wow, did we get cheated out of one of the best Super Bowls of all time in that? The New York Giants have 86, and the 76 Oakland Raiders, the 80 Browns against 76 New England. Well, not against. I mean, that's the 2nd place. 95 Dallas and 69 Minnesota. They are a good team. They're a good team. That Bob Stokes division, you got to be careful in Minnesota. They're one of the 2 teams that beat Green Bay. Remember that. The 96 Green Bay and 78 Pittsburgh. So let's create the bracket right now. Let us take a look really quickly here. Remember, there's no conferences. None. There are no conferences. So let's go to league leaders. Your best quarterback was Randall Cunningham. Kurt Warner was good. Danny Marino. You look at the Cunningham at 5,000 yards, almost 6,000. Warren Moon had a lot. Dan Fouts, Kenny Anderson. They're going to be a tough out in the playoffs. Danny White. They're going to be a lot of things here. I mean, that's rushing-wise. Terrell Davis beat Joe Morris by 3 yards. And Barry Sanders, well, he didn't have the greatest game today. But that is there. Receiving-wise, Tony Hill, a lot of that. Total offense, Marshall Faulk. And defense, you could see the sacks. Freddie Joe Nunn, Carl Eller. Lawrence Taylor with 12. Kickers, field goal percentage. Gary Anderson only missed 6 all year, 215 points there. He had 215 points. That's incredible. Punts, the average, Tom Ruin, number of punts. Bob Lee from Minnesota. How about that, a playoff team with leading the number of punts. Kick returns average, Tony Horn with 4 touchdowns. Like he's going to be, that's a changer. The average there, 3 touchdowns for Azahir Hakeem. Their special teams are incredible. Team stats. Total offense, total yards, Minnesota, St. Louis, Cincinnati, all that stuff. Defense, total yards, Chicago, New York, Green Bay, Buffalo, surprising, but Cleveland is up there, and the Steelers, you never know. I mean, so the rushing teams, you could see Oakland and the Steelers are a great rushing team. Denver's good. So what we do now is we're going to create the playoff brackets. Right now, Rod's Tabletop Hoops. Oh, that's great. Oh, this is great. Hey, Rod's Tabletop Hoops. Great to see you. Great to see you. I'm really happy you're here. Thank you very much for coming in. And here we go. So let's create the playoff brackets, and here we go. First of all, we're going to have 16 teams, 4 rounds, and we are going to clear everything. So the first one will be 99 St. Louis. They are first. They win it. Number 2 will be Green Bay. Green Bay is number 2 on the list. Number 3, there they go. Number 3 is 98 Denver. 98 Denver. Number 4 is 86 New York. 86 New York. Number 5. Number 5 is 95 Dallas. 95 Dallas. Number 6 is 1980 Cleveland. See how much a regular season means. Number 7. We got to find 82 Miami and 85 Chicago. Number 7. 85 Chicago. Number 8, 82 Miami. You see they're way down here. Now let's fill this in. second place teams. Let's see. 8. Number 9 will be the Minnesota Vikings of 1998. They're going to be heavy favorites over that Miami team. Number 10. Let's take a look. Is the next one. 10 is 76 Oakland. That's going to be 10 there. They're a second place team. Chicago and Oakland. Oh, that'll be a bruiser. Number 11. This is very intriguing. Number 11, 1981 Cincinnati. They have a very offensive matchup right here. Oh, Cincinnati and Cleveland, we got rivals going on. Oh, AFC Central rivals, my goodness. Number 12 is 74 Oakland against the 95 Dallas. At 95 Dallas. Number 13. 89 San Francisco did not make it. 78 Pittsburgh against the New York Giants. Remember we had that game before? That's a replay of a game that we've had earlier, and it was in New York also. Number 14. We got to go to Detroit, New England, or Minnesota. New England. Number 15 is either Detroit or Minnesota. I believe it's going to be Minnesota 69. There it is. And 16. Will be Detroit at 91, finishing second. Wow, I mean, that would be one of the most colossal upsets I would ever see if Detroit would have won that game against St. Louis. We're going to hit validate there. All right, and let's do it. Looking at the bracket, looking at next week and what they're calling for weather, tomorrow we're just going to go straight down the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So tomorrow we got the number 1 seed against Detroit in the TWA Dome. And then the second game, remember Minnesota beat Green Bay earlier in the year. They beat them earlier in the year. That's going to be a fantastic matchup there. Minnesota and Green Bay in the rain. I think it's going to be closer. Green Bay's got to get out early. I mean, get out like 14-21 nothing, not 3 or 6 nothing. New England and Denver. Denver is at home. New England at Mile High Stadium has to go there, and that's going to be Denver's home. Denver will be favored there. Pittsburgh and New York. They played earlier. I remember this. A lot of these teams played. New York and Pittsburgh, and the final was 38-35. The Steelers beat them in a game that was crazy. In a stats game, the Giants got a lot, but at the very end, the Giants led 17-3, 20-10. Then the Steelers led 31-20. A 21-point third quarter. Then they led 38-20, and then it was 38-28, and then Jarrella missed a field goal, and then Joe Morris scored, and the Steelers took a knee, and that was it in Pittsburgh. Now that game was in Pittsburgh. Now it's in New York. So that game will be in New York. People are wondering about that. Pittsburgh's a big-time team. You know, a lot of times they don't look great in the regular season, and all of a sudden it's like they look really good then. So Pittsburgh will play New York there. Oakland and Dallas, we don't have any derbies. None of the same team playing each other. No, the same franchise. But Oakland will play at Dallas in the moderate rain. It's going to rain in Dallas for that game. You know, the 74 Oakland Raiders, not a bad team. They will play Dallas. But how about Cincinnati and Cleveland? Those are two very capable teams. It's going to be in a crazy blizzard, 7 degrees, snow everywhere, and all that. Oakland will be at Chicago. You're wondering why some of the, on the very bottom, Minnesota is at Miami. It's because Miami wins their division, so you seed them 1 through 8. The division winners, and then the second placers get 9 through 16. So the Minnesota Vikings in clear Orange Bowl weather are heavy, heavy favorites against the Miami Dolphins in 1982. Well, when you take a look at the way that the bracket works and you look at future matchups, you could see teams like Minnesota taking on St. Louis in the next round at the TWA Dome, which would be incredible. You could see the Giants in Dallas, 2 good ones, or Pittsburgh in Dallas. If Pittsburgh would pull the upset, which they can, or Pittsburgh and Oakland, or something to that effect. You could see like Green Bay and Chicago in the next round. People saying which team is better, 96 or 85. I mean, who knows? It might be Minnesota and Oakland. You could see the Denver, New England, Cleveland, Cincinnati. You never know who's coming out of there. Cleveland, you could see Denver and Cleveland in the next round and see if Cleveland can get their revenge on John Elway. But you never know with New England. New England could do it. You never know. 80 and 81, Cleveland and Cincinnati. That's a heck of a round. Well, that's going to be it for us today. Have a great day. We will see you tomorrow for St. Louis, Detroit, and Green Bay, Minnesota. We'll see you then. Rod's Tabletop Hoops, great to see you. Rod's Tabletop Hoops.